Okay. Okay, that's fine. So, no sound. Okay, okay, you can hear me. Okay, guys, thank you for joining today. Thank you for joining this session today. It's a workshop, right? I'll try my best not to take so much of your time. It is the Earn in Dollars workshop. We'll basically be talking about how to work for foreign clients and earn using simple skills. Leave a thumbs up if you are hyped. If you are ready for this session, leave a thumbs up. Let me know that you're ready for this. Or leave your favorite emoji in the chat. Leave your favorite emoji. Um, at least to ginger me as well, right? To ginger me as well. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So let's just jump right into it. Now, what will we be doing tonight? So, the content of the class today will be looking at who is a freelancer or virtual assistant, services that they provide, basic skills and tools that you need as a virtual assistant, and then some common problems that freelancers face. We will also look at the cocoa of the matter. I want to be a freelancer or virtual assistant. How do I begin? Right? I know that a lot of you are here tonight because you want to know how to get started. So that's what we'll be looking at tonight. First off, I need to introduce myself so you know who you're speaking with or who you're listening to tonight, and you also know why you should listen. My name is Victoria Ezechukwu Obiya. My students, or people I tutor call me Coach V. I'm a wife. I'm a mom of two beautiful children. I work from home. So, people say stay at home mom. Me, I'm a work from home mom. And I've been doing this for over 3 years now. So it's not something I just started doing. It's something I have been doing for a while now, and I've been getting good results. I'm also a top rated freelancer. So on platforms where we get remote jobs or where we get dollar jobs, one of those platforms is Upwork. And then Upwork is, they have this rating they give people when you've earned a particular amount of dollars on the platform. So I'm top rated on Upwork, and I've worked with clients across the world actually. Clients across the US, Canada, Asia, and Europe. Yes, so I've experienced different cultures, different types of people, different accents, all from my hole somewhere in Nigeria. I am also a licensed educator with TRCN, so it means I'm licensed to teach. And I'm an educator, I'm a teacher at the end of the day. I'm also the lead freelance coach at Career Crafters Academy. So if you go online, maybe you go on Facebook or on our website, Career Crafters Academy, you would see a lot of the beautiful things that we're doing. We've trained over 1,000 people, and we have proof. Our own no be wait and take. It's we have proof that this is actually working, and that's what I'll be sharing with you tonight. So you can follow me on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram. You can connect with me. I post fantastic content on how you can earn working from home. It's something I'm passionate about, and I hope I can share some knowledge with you tonight. Okay. So what do I do when you hear me say I'm the lead freelance coach at Career Crafters Academy? We have like what we call a digital skills training. So we teach you over 20 in demand, like high in demand skills. We also teach you remote work tools, that is tools or applications you use to work online. And we also teach you how to apply and land jobs. It's a 5-week class. The class is a very beautiful one. We've had people pass through that training, and we're getting really beautiful results. And that class is just 20,000 naira. We have just 6 classes in a year. Right now, the February class, we're almost rounding up the February class. So we only have 6 classes in a year, in February, April, June, August, October, and November. So we are preparing towards the April class right now. So that's just a brief about me. Okay, so now let's jump. Now you know me, you've met me, right? You know, when you meet someone new, you get to know each other so you understand what you're about. Now, a lot of you joined, you saw an ad or someone told you about this program, and you are here because you want to learn how to make money online. Now, let me be honest with you and give you the honest truth. If you must make money online, you must have something you are selling. It is the truth. It is the truth. You cannot run away from it. If you want to make money online, you must have something you are selling. If you believe it, you can drop an emoji. If you think I'm making sense, you can drop an emoji. Now, someone will ask me, okay, I don't have anything to sell. Now, let me tell you the things you can sell online and make money. Number one on my list is a skill, right? So a skill. You can sell a skill that you have, right, to make money. You can sell a service. So you can do something for somebody and then they in exchange they give you money. You can also sell a product, right? So it's either you are selling something you know, or you are selling something you know how to do, or you are selling something you have, a product, a physical product. That is how you make money online. Now, I believe you are here because you want to know this. You want to know how to begin. So let me show you how to earn using a skill. So today we are majoring on a skill. Some people will say, okay, I have a skill and I'm going to offer this skill as a service to people, right? So as someone who is working remotely or a virtual assistant, you're offering your skills or your services basically, right? Okay, now let's move on. Um, Let me go to the next slide. Now let's talk about who a virtual assistant is. I believe a lot of you have heard the word virtual assistant. Maybe you've not even heard about the word virtual assistant, but let me just explain. Now, remember I said for you to earn online, you need to have a skill or a service that you are rendering to people. Now, a virtual assistant is rendering services to people. They are like a remote office assistant. So just think of people who are helping out. Think of a normal office. You know, you have people who are the front desk, the customer service, the HR, the administrative assistant. They even have the messengers, right? Now, think of all of this happening online. So whoever the virtual assistant is, you are offering your services to these people online, right? Maybe you are at home, maybe you are on vacation. Yeah, some of us work even while on vacation, right? So you could say you are self-employed because you are not a full staff of the company. You are just offering your services to them. When they need you, they reach out to you, or they've given you the times that they want you to be available and you render your service to them. Now, a virtual assistant can have multiple clients at the same time. So you hear some of us saying, oh, I have 3 jobs, I have 5 jobs, and you'll be wondering, how is that possible? How can somebody have more than one job? Well, that's because remember, we are offering services to people, right? As they need them. So a client might say, okay, I need someone who will work for me for just 4 hours every day. And then I work with that client and I say, okay, I still have more time, right? And that client says, okay, I need someone for this number of hours, so you can have multiple clients at the same time and all of them will be paying you your money, right? So what are the type of services that a virtual assistant can provide? They can provide administrative service, creative or technical. They can provide it to businesses, organizations, and even individuals. So if I have a lot of work I'm doing, I can say, okay, I'm getting a virtual assistant just to help me. Or my company might say, okay, we want to get a virtual assistant to help the company, right? And usually these people work from home. That's where you hear people saying, oh, I work from home, I work from the comfort of my home. So basically, anybody who is rendering services online, you are more or less like a virtual assistant. Okay, so how did this whole virtual assistant thing happen? Now, before 2019, there were people who work online, right? There are people who work remotely, but it was not really rampant. But then COVID happened, right? Everybody was scared, everywhere was locked down, and after a while, Companies needed to, work and all of that. And then they realized, okay, they told their staff, okay, can you people work from home? And they're like, yes, let's try it. They tried it. And then they saw that it was a beautiful idea. Now, these companies don't have to pay for, a physical office space for everyone to be there. They don't have to pay for security. They don't have to pay for office supplies, biro, tissue, all of those things that you need in an everyday office. They don't need to pay for all of that. And they will still be getting good results, if not better results, right? So they realize, okay, we can switch to a remote based company. And then they began to have a lot of people working from home. And then, because companies want to also save money, they decided, okay, let us also see if we can employ people from outside our country, let's say US or UK or Canada. They want to save costs. The average, does anybody know the minimum wage in the US? Do we know what the minimum wage in the US is? Any idea? You can type it in the chats if you have idea of how much the minimum wage. In Nigeria, the minimum wage is how much? Is it now? It's 70,000 now, right? That's the minimum wage. Well, these people, these companies, some of them are small businesses, some of them are one-man businesses, some of them are full companies, but they want to save money. So they said, okay, how can we also save while still getting good results? They decided to start hiring from outside their country, hiring from third world countries like, you know, over here, Nigeria, India, other countries, and they are paying way smaller than they would have paid people in their country, and they are still getting good results. So this was what created like a boom in the remote workspace, right? So companies are realizing we can save a lot of money while still getting good results. Okay, are you posting with me or am I talking to myself? Are we still together? Okay, Mary Cynthia, thank you. Now, what are some services that virtual assistant provide? There's this misunderstanding or misconception that some people would say, okay, what are the services that virtual assistant provide? They just feel when you say you are a virtual assistant, you are offering just one type of service. No, as a virtual assistant, you can offer any type of service at all. So I'm just going to list a few, right? There are a lot that are not on my list, right? So a few of them would be, we have people managing email and calendar for top CEOs. Just imagine Dangote. Dangote will not have a lot of time to be going through his emails or setting meetings with people. He needs someone to manage that for him. That is where people like me and you come in. We have data entry, customer service, real estate virtual assistant. So you see all those real estate agents, they need people to help them. They need people to post their the properties they are listing online. They need people to schedule the viewings. They need a lot. It's not like here where you must go physically to see the house. Over there in more developed countries, they put all of these details online. So before you even start going to these buildings to see the place, you've already seen the building and all pictures of the place online. You've seen how many bathrooms it has, how many bedrooms. You've seen the whole place, and then you have decided, okay, I think I'm interested in this place before even going to see it physically. So yes, there are people who we call real estate virtual assistants. We have people who do e-commerce support. So think Konga and Jumia. We have sellers, a lot of sellers that are advertising their product on these platforms, and then people like me and you come to buy. So these people also need help. They also need help. They also need people to help them. And that is where people like me and you come in. Then we have administrative support. We have graphic design. So if you're a graphic designer, you can offer your services online. One moment, please. Sorry for that break in transmission. So one artist has already started drawing again on my screen. I hope all is well. So another thing you can do, companies, the reason why a lot of companies are existing is because they want to sell. So they need people to be in their sales and marketing departments. There are some of you that know how to sweet talk people and convince people to buy. You could maybe do very well in sales or marketing. We have people who read accounting or people who are professional bookkeepers. You can offer these services online. You can help people plan their travel. You can help people with social media management. So companies are looking for people to manage their social media, post on their pages, draw traffic to their pages, even social media ads. People are looking for, people who are professionals in this field who can help them. Then we have the almighty IT, right? The IT services where people actually the core tech guys who are building things, building softwares, building websites. We have project managers or project management. You can actually manage a project online or virtually. Then we have people who are building websites, people who are doing research, reports, creating presentation. All of these are things. So just think of any service that you don't have to be there to provide, right? If you're a plumber, you actually need to be there to offer those plumbing services, right? But maybe you can do consulting online. But just think of any service that you can do online. Anything you can do online, you can provide it as a service. We have lawyers who are helping people draft contracts, who are helping people do things online. They are law VAs. They work in law firms in the US, in the UK, lawyers in Nigeria here. So you see, a lot is happening online. But if you don't know, you don't know. Okay? If you don't know, you don't know. What you don't know is definitely bigger than you, right? Okay, so Michael says, I've got a ton of questions. No problem. There'll be time for questions and answer. Now, let's look at the benefits of being a virtual assistant. I think the number one reason why a lot of people go to be a virtual assistant is because it's lucrative, right? Now, remember, minimum wage in a place like Nigeria is 70,000 naira. Minimum wage in a place like the US is about $15 for that is what they pay like cleaners, non-skilled labor. That's what they pay them. Now, imagine if you're earning just $5. Let's say you're just earning like $5 per hour as someone in Nigeria. By the time you calculate what you'll be earning in a month, you see that it's actually lucrative. And that's why a lot of people do it. So, according to Zapier, virtual assistants who are based in the US, they make an average of $29,000 a year. That's they do like $19 per hour. So the amount you'll be paid is not fixed. It's not like they pay everybody the same thing. It depends on your skills and your experience. That's why you see someone say, okay, I'm earning $10 per hour, or I'm earning 15. You see here someone say I'm earning $3, right? I'm earning $3. Our people in Philippines, they charge crazy amounts. You see them charging $2 per hour. And you that is maybe Nigerian, you'll be charging so high and you're wondering, and they work really hard. Like the Philippines on my team, they work really hard. So everybody with their price point, everybody. So the amount you will earn, it depends on your skills, it depends on your experience, and it depends on how you're able to negotiate. Right? It depends on that as well. So another benefit of being a virtual assistant is that you have the freedom to manage your schedule. What do we mean by that? Now, of course, you're working for somebody, right? Yes, sometimes you may have fixed time that you're supposed to work, but the fact that you don't have to drive to the office and drive back home, it means that you have more time on your hands. I mean, there are times when, remember, I have two kids. Sometimes they are ill and I have to take them to the hospital. While I am going, because I don't know how long I'll be in the hospital, I carry my laptop so that if it's time to clock into work, I turn on my computer and start working. So you see, it actually gives you a lot of freedom. You also have the freedom to, charge your rates or set your rates. Like I said, different people charge different amounts. So it's up to you to say, okay, this is the amount I want to charge. If you realize that your amount is too high, or maybe they are not taking you with that amount, you could say, okay, maybe it's because I don't have enough skills. Then you get those skills so that you can get more money. Another benefit is that you can work from anywhere. Anywhere. You can be on vacation and be working. You can be in your room and be working. You can be in a hospital or wherever you are. As long as there's an internet connection, you can still provide your services to your clients. Your client don't need to know, oh, I'm sorry, I'm running late. No, you just turn on your computer and you start. Some of us, we even start. Let's say we are running late. We are like 5 minutes to get home and we're supposed to start work. We start with our phones. Why heading home until we can get to our laptop? Then you save on transportation, you save on work clothes. I mean, people like us that we don't need to wear suit and tie. We just throw on some things and we start working. We don't need to complain about fuel, about going to work, about traffic. We don't need to complain about that. So that's like some of the benefits of working as a virtual assistant. And you can work with several clients, right? Like I said earlier, you can have more than one client as long as you have the capacity to deliver. Some people like us even get jobs and we outsource to other people and then we make something on top. So you can work with several clients at the same time. A big question some of you ask me is, can Africans get these jobs? Is it possible to get a job that people will be paying you in dollars? Is it possible? My brothers and sisters, it is very possible. Now, on my screen, you would see different offers from different companies. It's actually my offers. Like, these are jobs I got. Now, I took this screenshot from a platform called Upwork. And that is why I am showing it to you, because these ones you can verify. It's not something that someone can just manufacture. These ones are verifiable. If you go to my profile, you see them. It's not like that is the only platform I get jobs. In fact, my main full-time job, I did not get it on Upwork. So there are lots of platforms where you can get jobs. But this one, I just took screenshot to show you guys that it is possible. I don't need to hide my location. I don't need to lie about my location. All the clients I have ever worked with for over 3 years now that I've been working with in different countries, they know I'm in Nigeria. In fact, some of them send me gifts to my home. I give them my address, they send DHL to my home. One of my clients got me Starlink's internet, satellite internet, and they pay my internet bill every month. So everybody in my house is free to use the internet for free because my job is paying for that. So it's a beautiful place to be. Yes, Africans can get these jobs. It is possible. You will see ask again, okay, it's only your own. It's your own you are showing us. Let me also show you Uche. She I think she was in the May cohort for our class, our digital skills training, and she got a job that pays her $1,200 per month. So it's an hourly, her job pays her $8 hourly, every hour, $8. When she calculates it per month, she'll be getting like $1,200 every month. We have these real documented testimonials and reviews from people who have passed through our training. It is not story. It is real. It is verifiable. You can check any of our pages to see, these testimonials from people. You can check on my page on Instagram, Coach Victoria _. You can go to our Facebook page, our community Facebook page, Career Crafters Academy. You can even go on our website, career-craftersacademy.com, and you can see more testimonies from our students, more reviews, so that you know that it is real. People are actually earning in dollars in this country that me and you are in. It's just that they not everybody will want to loud it. Faith is asking, what are other platforms aside Upwork? I will tell you other platforms aside Upwork today. Just calm down, okay? Calm down, I'm here for you. Coach V is here for you. Now, what are the must have soft skills for a freelancer and virtual assistant? What are those things you need to have to be able to stand out so that people can hire you, so that when you attend interviews, they'll actually say, okay, this person knows what they are doing. The first thing on the list is communication skills. Remember, you'll be working with these people, they might never see you in their lifetime, right? So you'll be communicating with them through emails, through chats, through messages, through video calls like this, so you can see them, let's say on Zoom or Google Meet. So it means that you must learn how to speak. You must learn how to communicate your ideas to these people. You must learn how to think of something and actually communicate it, maybe in writing or by speaking. Okay, so communication skills. We also have multitasking. So remember, you are working, it's actual work. It's you are not playing. They're offering your services in exchange to be paid money. Why it's just beautiful is because you are working for people abroad and they are paying you much more than you could ever earn, working with local clients. So you will be multitasking. You might have to do different things at the same time. So you need to learn how to manage all of that. Some people will write on their CV, can work under pressure. When pressure comes, they run, right? Is there anybody that has written that in their CV or their resume? I can work under pressure. You think that is the major thing to put in your, to let them know that you can work very hard. Please, if you still have that in your resume or CV in 2025, I think you should take it out though. I can work under pressure. I think you should take it out. Okay, another thing you need to have as someone who wants to work online is that you need to be good with technology. So remember, you'll be using technology to offer your services. You'll be using a computer or a phone or whatever it is you'll be using to offer these services online. So it means you need to learn how to use basic applications. It's not only Facebook and Instagram you should know how to use. You should know how to use communication tools. I think I'll talk about tools much later, but you need to be good with technology. Someone will still ask me, Coach V, I don't know how to use computer. I'm not computer literate. I don't know this thing tech, anything tech, I don't know. So how will I be able to thrive? Now let me ask you this question. If you know you took a special course on how to use Facebook or Instagram, please write it in the chat. If you know you did a 1 week training or 2 week training on how to use Facebook and Instagram, write it in the chat. Let me know. Or if someone has, it's our parents that they'll say we are collecting money from them to register them on Facebook and Instagram because they don't know these things, right? Now, the same way, it just took you maybe a day or two or a week to learn how to use Facebook, and now you are the person that is always on all the gist blogs, right? You are everywhere. It just took you a while to learn how to use these platforms. That is the same way it also take you a while to learn how to use these tools. Learn how to use a computer, learn how to type a document, learn how to use spreadsheets, learn how to use communication. It's just for you to put your head down and tell yourself, okay, I want to learn this thing. And then you learn. But if you keep running away from it, saying, I'm not tech savvy, I'm not computer literate, I don't know how to do. No, in 2025, you should not be saying all of this. You should be more concerned about learning them. Okay? It's just it's just a journey. When you tell yourself, I'm ready to start, put yourself, give yourself, let's say, a timeline. Okay, in this time to this time, I want to learn how to use this. I want to learn how to use that. Determination, and you're good to go. Another thing you need to have is project management. So you need to learn how to manage your time. You need to learn how to manage tasks. You need to learn how to manage yourself as an individual. Some of you have never arrived anywhere early before. Church, you are late. Village meeting, you are late. Birthday party, you are late. You have never been early to anything before. In fact, if for any reason you got prepared on time, you will deliberately want to arrive late. It's something you need to start working on. If you get a job, in a company, let's say in the US, and then they tell you you are to sign in or you are to start work every day at 1 p.m., you should not be resuming 1:05, because if your job is not the one that they are tracking what you do, it means you'll be losing 5 minutes, because it's only the time you are working that they will pay you for. So if you resume 10 minutes late, is when you start working that they'll start counting your time. So you see you'll be losing money. So that is why you need to learn how to manage yourself, learn how to manage your time. When you fix a meeting or when your company fixes a meeting, you arrive on time. If for any reason you will not be able to arrive on time, you let them know. And then you let them you don't let it something to be something that is always happening, right? Just makes you look like a very unserious person. Then another thing you need to have is attention to detail. You need to be able to read things. Oh, Moses says they will even be late for their wedding as well as their own burial. God help them all. So you need to have excellent attention to detail. You need to read things and read again to make sure that there are minimal error or no error at all if possible. Some of us will type, and when we send we realize that there's a mistake somewhere. Then you start trying to edit. That's because you did not even read what you've written. Or there's someone sends you a message, you read, but you did not even get the idea of what the person has said, because you just flipped through, you did not really read it. So always learn to pay attention to detail. You also need to have good decision making, right? So you need to know. Remember, when you're working online, it's not every time you get to speak with your boss. They'll just give you your tax. It's not every time. It's not any little thing that happen, you start sending message to your supervisor or to your boss and say, "Yeah, something has spoiled." Though, so no, sometimes you actually need to make a decision by yourself. And then sometimes you also need to learn to say, okay, this one now, it passed my power, I cannot do this, so I need to take it to my organs at the top. It is good decision making to know when to say this one I can handle and when to say this one I cannot handle. Then another thing you need to have is a love for learning. You cannot escape this one. I started working online over 3 years ago now. If I tell you the number of courses I take every year, you will ask me if something is a problem. But why do I do that? Because technology is improving every day. New skills are coming out. New tools are coming out. If you remain with the knowledge you had 7 years ago, you'll become outdated. If you remain with the knowledge you got a while ago without improving on what you've learned, there will be a problem. Even people who I think there's someone that said any certificate you got 10 years ago should not be on your CV. I don't know if that is true, but someone said that because clients want to see that you are improving yourself, you are working on yourself. And not just about the client, it's about you too. A few years back, we did not have ChatGPT. But now we have ChatGPT that is making work easier for us. And also we are having clients who are putting in their job description, must know how to use ChatGPT, must know how to prompt AI-based tools. You see, so if you're not improving yourself, we will leave you behind. We will leave you behind. So you have to have a love for learning. You need to keep learning new things, updating yourself, updating your skills. Another thing you need to have is self motivation. So I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that it's easy or you just start and then you nothing, no problem. No, you actually have to put your mind to it. Give yourself targets, actively work towards it, learn, improve. You will attend interviews, you have to pass interviews, right? So you have to keep motivating yourself. Then you also have to be reliable. Faith says the country should be enough motivation for you. Yes, it actually is. It should be, right? Then you have to be reliable as a person. It's not like these tailors in our this or these artisans who will tell you, no, let me use tailors. Apologies if you are a tailor, but it has happened to a lot of us, right? You will tell them, I need this dress in 2 weeks. They'll say, okay, don't worry, even before then your clothes will be ready. And then you call after 2 weeks, is my clothes ready? They'll say, yeah, I'm just fixing the buttons right now. And then you with your two left leg, you think they have made the dress. And then You go to their store or their shop, and then you see that they've not even cut your material, right? That means they are not reliable. And maybe the wedding is the next day, and then they start rushing, and they might make mistakes. So if you want to work as a freelancer or as a virtual assistant, you have to be reliable. Remember, these people are they are not dashing you money. They are paying you for your time. They are paying you for your skill. They are paying you for your service. So you actually need to be reliable. If they want you to submit a project or something at a particular time, you need to actively work on it and be prepared to submit at that time. If for any reason you will not be able to meet up, you have to let them know in time, because this thing could affect their business or it could affect their company. So you actually need to, be reliable. Then you need organizational skills. Like I said before, you need to organize yourself first before you even start organizing people's business. Some of you, your remote, your television remote, you when you are looking for it, you will find it on top the fridge. Your comb is on top the gas cooker. Your slippers, you are a very disorganized person. So you need to start learning how to organize yourself, organize your life before you now even start organizing other people's, businesses. Then you need to have a problem solving mindset. So you need to learn to solve problems. I want to even believe that if you're Nigerian or if you're African, the type of country you are in, we should have already learned how to solve problems, right? So if you're working online, you already know that, okay, I need my computer, and let's say my computer, the battery can only last for 4 hours, and I'm working 8 hours. So what do I need to do? Someone with a problem solving mindset will say, okay, it means I need to get a generator, or I need to buy a laptop power bank. I need to buy a laptop power bank. 1 second, please. So you know that this is a problem. It's a common problem in Nigeria. It's a common problem. So you say, okay, I am I'm either getting a laptop power bank or I'm getting a generator. Or if I cannot get these two things, I will look for one brother or one sister that used to turn on their gen, and then I will make them my friends, right? I make them my friends so that when I need to charge my phone or my computer, what do? I go and start gisting with them. I go and, guy, I came to greet you. They whether they know or they don't know, I carry my laptop as well so I can charge it. So that's the problem solving mindset. Another thing you could do, okay, I rely on the internet to be able to work. So I cannot put all my hope on one data provider. So I might have MTN, Glo, and Airtel. So that if one is misbehaving, I use another. I remember one time before my company got the Starlinks for me. There was one time years back when the internet stopped working. I was actually working that day, right? I was working, I was on duty. And all of a sudden, messages were not entering my computer. So I said, okay, maybe my data finished or something. And so I checked my phone. I tried to buy data. No internet, nothing. I said, that was my MTN line. What's going on? I said, I was supposed to be online working. Messages were obviously coming in, but I could not see them. And so that was when I remember that I had an Airtel. Okay, it was MTN that had issues. I had an Airtel SIM. I cannot buy data from my bank because I don't even have data to access my app. Immediately I had to leave my computer, run into the road and go and look for where I will buy recharge card, Airtel. Loaded my phone, I didn't even know how to, subscribe. I had to start asking, subscribe my phone, and then I was able to get back online. Now imagine I did not have a backup. What will happen to me that day? My client is relying on me, thinking I'm attending to their customers at that time, and I am not online. I cannot even reach out to my client to say, okay, oh, I'm sorry, this is what is happening. I cannot be online right now. Can someone else help? I can't even reach them. So you see, you always have to have a problem mindset. Always, before the problem comes, think of a solution. That way you are ready for anything. Even when you're working with your clients, things will happen. Things will always happen. So some people, when they face a problem, they freeze up. They're not able to come up with something. They freeze. It's just like their brain stops working. But you need to train yourself. So when there's a problem, even if you're scared or you're under pressure, you can still think and come up with a solution or an idea that can save the situation at that time. Then also you need to be disciplined. You need to be disciplined. You need to be disciplined. You need to, you know, like I always say, these people, they are not dashing you money. You are working for your time. Yeah, they are paying you for your time. So imagine when you're supposed to be working, you are not working. That is the time you want to make food for your children. That is the time you have a lot of distractions. If you start doing a lot of things that make these people feel like you're not serious, they'll take the job and give to somebody else, right? Someone who they feel would take the job more seriously. So you need discipline if you know you want to be working online or working as a virtual assistant, you need discipline. So also there are tools you need to learn how to use. So before I start talking about these tools, please you can type tools in the chat box. Let me be sure that you people are still with me. Are we still together? Let me be sure that you people are still with me. Oh, are we still together? Okay. I see we are still together. I don't know what the issue is with the network. Some people say they can't see the message I'm dropping on the chat, but I guess they will be able to watch the recording. Okay, so we are here. Now, remember you'll be working online, right? So there are things you will use to provide the services. No matter what it is you are doing, there are things you need to know how to use, right? So the first one you need to learn how to use is communication and collaboration tools. So these are tools for sending messages and receiving messages through chat, through emails, through voice, through videos like we're doing right now, through messaging, just anything you're using to send messages and receive messages are communication tools. So you need to communicate with the person that's hired you. You need to communicate with your team members, right? You also need to communicate with their customers. If you are in a customer facing role, that means you're helping their business or you're helping their customers. You need to also learn how to use tools that you can use to talk to them. So we have tools like Fresh Desk, tools like Intercom, tools like Air Call, Slack, Zoom. These are tools. We are using Zoom tonight, right? These are tools that you need to learn how to use, right? So we also have what we call file sharing and storage tools for sharing and storing documents securely. So yes, I'm working online. I still need to send documents to my client. They need to approve. They also need to send things to me so that I can work on. They need to send instructions. They need to send documents. So how can they send these things to me securely? We have tools we call file sharing and storage tools. So tools like OneDrive, Dropbox, Google Drive, there are lots out there. But the ones I'm mentioning are like the most popular ones. Um, so another tool you need to learn how to use is what we call project management tool. Can you people hear me now? Project management tools. So these are tools for managing tasks, managing deadlines, managing, collaboration with your team, with your clients. We have tools like Asana, tools like Trello, tools like Notion. These are tools, yes, it might sound foreign or new to you, but you can learn how to use them. We also have calendar and scheduling tools. So these are tools for setting appointments. So if you're working like the personal assistant to somebody or the administrative assistant or the executive assistant, you'll be helping them manage their schedule, manage their appointment. So you'll be using tools like Calendly, Peak Time, Zcal, Equity. You're using these tools to work for your client, right? We also have what we call security tools. So security tools that, ensure that whatever you're doing online, you're actually secure. You're not having hackers, coming to hack you and all of that. So we have security tools. We have productivity tools. We have CRM tools. CRM means customer relationship management. So it's just a tool you use to manage customers. Trello is a project management tool. It's a tool we use to manage projects, manage tasks, manage deadlines, manage whatever is happening in the company. Yes, so Asana, Trello, Notion are tools you use to do that. So these are some tools you need to know how to use, because even in job descriptions, you will see someone saying this person must know how to use Slack, must know how to use Google Workspace, must know how to use Asana. They usually list it sometimes in the job description. So it's good you learn how to use them. How can you learn how to use them? Well, you can make Google your friend or YouTube your friend, learn how to use them. Or you can attend training like ours where we teach you, live and direct how to use them. Whatever works best for you. Okay. So let's move forward. Let's move forward. Like I said, I don't want to take so much time. Now, someone was asking me, apart from Upwork, where else can we get job? So look at my screen right now, and you see some platforms where you can get jobs, where you can get remote jobs, where you can get online jobs. Now, these platforms I have on my screen, it's not all, right? There are lots more. I just listed a few where I myself have gotten jobs, where our students in Career Crafters Academy have gotten jobs, where people I know have gotten real, legit jobs. Okay. So almost everybody knows Upwork, right? We have Freelancer, we have Fiverr, we have Hubstaff Talent, we have TopTal, we have Guru, we have 99 Designs, we have LinkedIn. Yes, that LinkedIn, people get jobs. In fact, this week, we had a lot of our students who got jobs on LinkedIn. We have people per hour. Now, I understand that after attending the training like this, you're getting a lot of new information that I'm giving to you tonight. You're all excited. You go and open an Upwork account, you go and open a freelancer account. Now, the thing is not about opening the account. The thing is, do you know how to use it? Do you? I've seen someone, I think I saw a screenshot a while back, and on the you see, Faith is saying Upwork doesn't allow Nigerians to register. You see, information is power. If you don't know something, it is more than you. That is the truth. So Upwork actually allows Nigerians. Yes, I showed you guys my some of the jobs I got on Upwork earlier, right? I did. So, like I was saying, it's not just about going on these platforms and creating an account. It's not just about that. It's not just about open. I was trying to tell you guys about a screenshot I saw. The person used z like a nickname, not their government name, a nickname to open the account. And when I saw it, I was laughing, because on Upwork you have to use your real name or a name you have an ID card for, because when it reach time to collect your money, you have to prove that it's actually you. And then let's say you put Olori Pablo or Miss Sexy as your username. Then when it's time to collect your money, you will know that. In fact, will anybody even hire you with such a name? Will anybody even hire you with such a name? So you see, knowledge is power. It's good that you have someone who has done this thing before, who has gotten good results, who has also shown other people how to do it, and they have also gotten good results to also show you how these things work. I know some of you who are in this class, yes, you have accounts on this platform, but maybe you've even used all your connects on Upwork. You need to buy connect, you need to pay dollars. Yes, you will change your naira to dollar and buy connect to apply for job. Now imagine you don't know how to use or how to write cover letters or how to set up your account in a way that clients will even be sending you invitations. You don't know how to do all of that. You spend your small money, you buy connect, you apply anyhow, and then Nothing comes out of it. So it's not just about knowing the platform, it's knowing how to use these platforms to get good results. Okay. Now, let's move forward. What are some problems that people face? People who want to work online, or people who are working on, what problems do they usually face? Number one is carving a niche. So they don't know what kind of service should they provide. What are the services that are in demand that people are looking for? They don't know. What are the services that are paying high? They don't know. So it's a problem. Another problem is proposal and cover letter writing. Proposal is like, when you see a job, or when a client posts a job, people start sending in proposals like, okay, I can do this job for you. I will do it at this amount. I'll do it in how many days. This is how I will do it. Give your offer. If you don't know how to write it in a way that you will get the client's attention, or in a way that when the client reads it, they are captivated, you will write and write, nothing will come out. Nothing will come out. Or if you don't know how to write your cover letters, it's a problem. So these are common problems that people face that they don't know how to, navigate through. Some of us, we've made these mistakes earlier in our own online career. We learned by our mistakes. Now we are much better. We are no longer making those mistakes. If you feel, okay, I also want to make those mistakes on my own, good and fine. But if you feel, okay, I want to learn from people's mistakes, that means you're a smart person. Now, another problem people face is finding clients. So you hear people say, oh, Upwork is saturated. There are lots of people on Upwork. Oh, it's not easy. Yes, the honest truth is, yes, it's not easy. But it is easier if you know what you are doing. If you know the common things, the mistakes that you are making that you should not be making. If you know how to set up your profile in a way that clients will be the one reaching out to you, that you don't even need to apply. So these are things, if you don't know them, like I said, you don't know how, you will find it hard to get clients. Some of us have more jobs than we can handle. We are giving them out because we've taken time to learn these things, and now we've gotten above those mistakes. Another problem people face is they say, okay, I've never worked before, or I don't have experience. How clients are always looking for people who have experience. How do I do this? How do I navigate through this and, get over it? Right? There's just that problem. And there's a way to go through it. There's always a way. If you don't know it, you don't know. But let me just say this. There's something we call portfolio. Now, the best way for me to explain portfolio is to give you an example. Think about it. Let's say it's your wedding. You are planning your wedding. Just think about it. You're planning your wedding. For some people, their wedding day is the best day of their lives, right? It's the best day of their lives. And you're thinking of sewing your wedding suit or your wedding dress or buying, and you go shopping. There are two stores or two shops. Mr. A is selling or sewing a wedding dress. At the front of his store, there's no, those mannequin that they put wearing dresses. There's nothing like that there. Then when you enter into the store, it's just mouth the Mr. A is using to tell you, oh, I'm the one that sold for Ote the last daughter. I'm the one that sold for this person. Ah, if I saw your dress, they're just using mouth to tell you. You might be interested, but you still want to check, or let's say you still want to check other options. Then Mr. B by the corner, opposite or nearby. At the entrance, they have two wedding gown, or one wedding gown, one wedding suit. Beautiful looking. Even if they rented it though, even if it's not them that sold it, they bought it and just hang it at their entrance. And then when you enter inside, they welcome you and then they start showing you pictures. Oh, I'm the one that made this dress. They start showing you pictures, or maybe they show you their Instagram page or their Facebook page with pictures of their work or videos of other brides and grooms that they've dressed. Who would you be more comfortable giving the contract to make your wedding dress? Remember, your wedding is like the best day of your life. So who would you feel more comfortable to give that job? Is it Mr. A, who has no evidence, or Mr. B, who has a lot of evidence? Even Mr. A might be charging cheaper, right? Than Mr. B. But who would you feel more comfortable? Because these two people now, you've never tried their work before. Who would you feel more comfortable giving that job to? Okay, I can see your answers. A lot of people say Mr. B. Why do you feel comfortable giving Mr. B? Because they have proof of work. Now, that is what we call a portfolio. So, portfolio is a document you show clients to let them know, okay, I've done this before. You need someone to do this, right? Look at evidence of the ones I have done before or similar things I have done in the past. And that's, makes clients to be more confident in your abilities. Another thing, problem. So, okay, so let me just talk about that. Someone might say, I don't have experience. So, how do I get a portfolio? Or how do I prove to clients that I can deliver? There are ways around these things, right? There are ways to get a portfolio even if you've not worked before. There are actually ways to do that. Okay, another problem that people face is relying only on freelance platforms. So some of you now, you just run on up the platforms I just showed you guys, you run there and that's the only place. Or you hear someone saying, I've been on Upwork for 2 years, no results. There are other ways to get jobs, not just on freelance platforms. There are other ways to present yourself, and clients will be the one reaching out to you. Let me give an example. A few months back, a lady in the US, she's a real estate agent in the US. She reached out to me on my Facebook. She found me. I don't know her from anywhere, but she came to my comment section and then she commented, I see you train virtual assistants. So do you have someone you can recommend to me? Now, how did she find me? Because of how I've been positioning myself on social media. So probably she went on her Facebook and then on the search bar, she just typed virtual assistant and they showed her posts. And maybe she scrolled down and she found me. She opened my page and okay, this person looks like they know what they're doing. And then she came to leave that comment. And I sent some of our students to her, they interviewed and all of that. So you see, it's not only on freelance platform you can get jobs. There are lots of ways to get jobs. So relying only on freelance platform is not a good way to just to limit yourself. Another problem people have is imposter syndrome. So imposter syndrome is you not believing in yourself. You feel like, okay, some of you have attended plenty trainings, but you're still not confident in yourself to apply for jobs. You're still not confident in your abilities. You're not still sure that you can deliver. I had one of our students, she's a lawyer. She's a lawyer. She attended our training, and after graduating, I think a few months after, she sent me a message and she was like, Coach V, I have a problem. I said, yes, what is it? She said, ever since we graduated, do you know I've not even applied for one job? I said, what's the problem? If you don't apply for jobs, how would you get it? She said, I see jobs that I can do very well, right? Job that is relating to law. I see jobs I can do very well. But then when I want to apply, I start after I type a few lines, I feel discouraged, like maybe they won't pick me or I won't be good enough. And then I will just close the page and I won't apply. I was like, okay. So I told her to do something. I said, go on any platform now where you will see a job. Get a job that you are interested in. Now, instead of applying for that job, send the application to me. Let me read it. And then she got a job. She typed her cover letter and she sent it to me. Because I wanted to see, where the whole problem is coming from. She sent it to me. And I went through it. And I was like, you're good. This is good. This is good, right? It's a good start. So, I had to start talking to her. I had to start encouraging her. This, you can do this. Yes, some people have that problem. They just need someone in their corner or a mentor to actually push them towards the promised land. So some of us have that imposter syndrome. We see a job description. Let's say they list 10 things that they want the person who they are hiring to have, and you have 8. But because of just two things that you don't have on the list, you decide not to apply. I think a lot of women actually face this thing. Because the guys in our community, the guys in Career Crafters Academy, some of them even apply for jobs that they cannot do. But you see them, they will wiggle their way and they will get the job. But some ladies, I don't know, they can do it, but they are not, I don't know how to put it. So it's something that happens to the best of us, and it's something that you need someone to maybe from time to time encourage you, talk to you, ginger your spirit. Okay. So I think one of my jobs, I've been there over 2 years now. It's a remote job. It's the company is in Europe. When I applied for that job, in fact, when I was applying for the job, one of the things they wrote on the what do they call it, on the job description, they said the ideal candidate must, no, not must, should have a knowledge, or they said knowledge of German language is preferred, something like that. Like they did not say it's a must, but it's preferred if you know how to speak German. Then I looked through the whole job description. I said, this is something I can do easily. The only thing stopping me is that I don't know how to speak German. But then they did not say it's a must that I must know how to speak German. So I applied. After applying, they asked me to send a video. I made a video. I spoke. I sent them the message. Do you know? At the end of the day, I got that job. I'm still with that company now as I speak. Now, imagine I let the fact that I cannot speak German to hinder me. As long as they did not say it's a must that you must have German, I still tried and I got the job. When I got into the company, when I started working, I asked them, guys, is it a must that I must learn this German language? They told me not necessarily. It's just that we have some, we attend to German clients as well. So we just wanted, but it's not a problem. And you see how I would have missed a very good job. So if I had let my limitations hold me back, who knows the story I'll be saying today. So please don't let, as long as you know yourself, this is something I can do, give it a try. What's the worst that could happen? They will say no. Nobody will flog you. Nobody will beat you. But it's better to try than not to try at all. Okay. So another problem some people face is work-life balance. They don't know how to balance their life with their work. They don't know how to balance their career with their work. It's a problem. It's a problem. So these are just some problems that people face. Now, let's go to the main. You ask yourself, I like what Kojri has been saying. I actually want to work online. Or let's say I already have a skill that I can, you know, give or sell as a service working online. So I want to work from the comfort of my home. How do I start? Right? That's the question. Now, the first thing you need to do is to identify your skills and your strengths. So identify, what can I do? What do I enjoy doing? What is my superpower? What is that thing that when I do, people applaud me? What is that thing that when I do, people give me a thumbs up? What is that thing that when I do, I enjoy doing it? Or what is that thing I want to learn how to do? For some of us, it's our mouth. You can see now, I enjoy impacting knowledge to people. I enjoy teaching. I enjoy talking to people. So all the jobs I do, it involves me talking to people. Any job that I'm not talking to people, I don't know if I will feel fulfilled because it's just me. Some people, they don't want extra body. They don't want interaction. They just want what they just focus on, do their thing and go, right? Everybody has where they are good at or what they are good at. God made us in different ways with different skills, with different strengths. So realize and ask yourself questions. What can I do? If you don't know anything that you can do at all, what you can now do is try your hands on different things and see what works for you. So you can say, okay, I don't know what I'm good at though. I don't know where my strength is. I don't know what I can do. So you now start trying different things. It's just like say, okay, today I try this. Do I like it? Tomorrow I try that. Is it working? You try different things until you find out what works for you. Then something you cannot run away from. You cannot run away from it. It's training. Yes, I'm the one telling you, you cannot run away from it. You need to get trained. Even if you get a job right now, your company will still have to train you. Yes, they might need you to come with a foundational knowledge, but they will still train you on the day-to-day activities. This is how we do this here. This is how we say good morning here. This is how we talk to our customers here. This is how we speak on phone. We say hi, good morning. You they will still train. You still have to go through training, one way or the other, right? So the training could be, okay, I don't have any knowledge of how to get started, so I want to take like basic classes and then I can build it up. Training for people like me now, my own training now is a more advanced, where I'm paying like $300 for one course. So you see, everybody has their level of training, but at the end of the day, you will get training. Even I was promoted in work. Yes, congratulations are in order. I was promoted at work recently, and they moved me to another team. And this team, we are dealing with like a cybersecurity product. Now, I'm not the core tech girl. I'm not the plenty jargon of tech coding is not my strong skill. In fact, one time I tried to take a course on coding, right? I tried to write script, blah blah blah. I just knew it was not for me. But this job now requires that I learn a bit about cybersecurity. This role, I need to learn a bit about cybersecurity. What am I doing now? I'm going through training. The company actually, though they are paying for this particular training, they are paying for the course and they are also paying for my time. So while I'm doing the course, I'm being paid for, learning, right? But I'm still training. I'm still learning. Learning does not stop. If you want to remain on top, you cannot stop learning. You cannot run away from learning, right? So you need to start training and get the required skills. You also need to do a lot of research. So maybe researching what are those things that are in demand. There are some skills that pay more than others. That's the truth. There are some skills that pay more than others. So you can say, okay, what are the skills that are paying more? What are the skills that clients are looking for? What are the skills that you have to find out, okay, clients are looking for this thing. Can I do it? If I can, you marry it together. If I cannot, can I look for something that is close, or do I need to look for something different entirely? So you need to do all of that research. You also need to prepare your weapon. Before you go into the battlefield, you have to have your sword, you have to have your arrow. Some of you need to have your catapult, whatever it is, or stone. You have to have something you're going to fight with. So you need to prepare your portfolio, you need to prepare your resume, you need to prepare your cover letter, you need to prepare, all of these things that you need to win your battle. Then you also need to join groups and communities that align with what you want to do. So you could join if you're looking for a community to join, Career Crafters Academy community is a beautiful community. Like, they are I don't want to tell people that we post job links there, because some of you would think that's the only thing we do, but no, we do a whole lot, right? People who need help. It's always good to be in a place where like minds are. So somebody could receive an email from a company and they'll be like, I received this email, oh, please people help me read it and tell me if if this is happening. And then we read it and we're like, babe, bro, no, na scam. See, we just saved your life. Somebody will come and say, okay, I have an interview with this client at so time. They're asking me for this, but I'm trying it. It's not working. What do I do? You have people who come and say, oh, in my own time, oh, this is what I did. This is what I did. It's always good to have people who are ahead of you, and even people who are behind you. All of you can always rub minds together and help each other. So join groups, join communities. If you're a graphic designer, join graphic design groups on Facebook, join graphic design groups on LinkedIn. So even when new tools are coming out, you are seeing it on the platform. When new things are coming out, you are seeing it. So that you will not remain in the past and your peers are moving forward. You are still using the same design tools of 2001, right? So join platforms where you are being updated. Then get a mentor. Not all of us can, afford to get a mentor, right? But get someone that, even if it's not a mentor, it could be someone who has done this thing before, who you can always run to where there's a problem, who you can ask questions. In our community during trainings, we have what we call accountability partner. So you make friends, you meet people, if there's a problem, you can ask. The ongoing February February cohort, the training, a lady got a job, right? She got a job as an appointment setter, but the time is not favorable for her. The time is like 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. So she feels like the time is not favorable for her. So she was telling us that she's going to decline the job. And I thought, are you serious? We don't do that here. You don't throw away jobs here. Jobs that people are looking for. What you can do is outsource the job to somebody in the community. And she was like, okay, she'll mention it to the boss, right? Now, who do you think, if she wants to outsource this job to, who do you think she's going to give? It might be people she knows better in the community, right? People that she has gist with, her accountability partners, because I would not want to give my job to someone that I don't know at all. Because if anything happens, it will still fall back on me. Because maybe it's my name that is there or something. So that's how it works. Then after you've done all this, after you've identified your skills and strengths, after you've started training, you've found out, you've done your research, you've prepared your battle tools, you've joined groups, you've gotten a mentor, then you have to start marketing yourself. You cannot stay in your room doing nothing and expect that jobs would land in your laps. Yes, there's a way you set your profile that people will reach out to you. But the best thing you can do is, instead of waiting for them to just come, you actually enter the field and get results. Market yourself on your Facebook, on your LinkedIn, everywhere. Let people know that you know what you're doing. Let them know the services you're providing. I think I posted this testimonial last week on my Facebook. The guy's name is Tim. He's in the February cohort now. He posted on his, is it Facebook or LinkedIn? Either Facebook or LinkedIn. He posted that he's training, he's taking a virtual assistant course. He's open to volunteering. Yeah. He wanted to even volunteer for free. Now, a lady reached out to him and said, can you do this? Can you do that? He said, oh, sure. He's open to volunteering for that. The thing they asked him to do, I think we taught it in the training. Now, guess what? The lady said, I don't want you to do this thing for free. I want to be paying you. Yes, you said you are volunteering, but I still want to pay you. Now imagine he'll be learning on the job, right? He'll be learning on the job, he'll be getting experience, he'll be getting, knowledge, and he's still getting paid. So how did he get the job? By posting that he's open to work with people. So if you don't market yourself, you are doing yourself a lot of disservice. You have to market yourself, and then you need to apply for jobs. Then when you apply for jobs, what next do you do? You If you apply right, you get interviews, because these people, they want to meet the person they want to hire, especially if it's like a long-term role. They want to know you, they want to get to understand you, they want to see if you people will vibe. And then you go to those interviews. We have an in-house HR person in our community, Mr. Sam, and he always tells us, he's the one that prepares us for interviews and all of that. He used to tell us, he says, interview is a game. Only the best players win. Yes, I always remember, anytime I have an interview, I remember that word he says, interviews is a game. Only the best players win. So if you understand that this thing is a game, it is the way I play the game that will determine if I will get results. You might be the best, but if you don't present yourself as the best, you've lost it. So you have to present yourself as the best player. That's how you get the jobs. So you have to ace interviews. Once you ace interview, what happened? You've gotten your job. You start earning your cool money. You start earning in dollars or in pounds or in euros or in dirhams, whatever currency or whatever country you're working with. And this is just the step-by-step way to earn in whatever currency, working from the comfort of your home. So identify your strength and skills, start training, start learning, get the required skills, research and carve your niche, prepare your portfolio, resume, cover letter, join groups, join communities that align with what you want to do, get a mentor, start marketing yourself aggressively, start applying for jobs, ace interviews, and start earning. Now ask yourself, which ones can I do on my own and which ones do I need help with? So yes, identifying your strength and skills. Yeah, you can do that. You can sit down and do a self-reflection and say, okay, I'm good at talking, I'm good at writing, I'm good at speaking, I'm good at being creative, I'm good at organization, I'm good at planning, I'm good at, just find out what you're good at. Then you need to start training. So training, some people will say, okay, I want to train on YouTube. I want to watch YouTube videos as as the form of training. It works for some people, but some people need extra push, right? They need to be in a classroom setting where they are pushing them before they will actually take things seriously. It's easy to fall by the wayside if you're just watching YouTube videos, right? So you can say, okay, training, I can train myself, or I need a professional to train me. Research and finding out your niche, you can do that on your own. Preparing your portfolio, resume, cover letter, some people prepare it by themselves. In our community, we teach you how to do it yourself. But if you still feel like, okay, I want to pay someone to do it for me, it's fine. I some of my students reach out to me and say, Coach, tell me who did your own. And I'll say, okay, this person did my, go and meet the person, and they go, right? It's not a bad thing, but it's also good that when you pay these people and they prepare it and give you, you can actually read and understand if the person knows what they are doing or not. Then okay, yes, I can join communities on my own. Can I mentor myself? And then when it comes to marketing myself and applying for jobs, yes, I can do this on my own, but do I need that extra push? Do I need someone who will always remind us, how many jobs have people applied for today? When I have an interview, do I have someone I can ask questions about the interview? Ask yourself, which ones can I do on my own? And which ones do I need help with? Be truthful to yourself. Be honest to yourself. You can't lie to yourself, right? Be honest to yourself. Now, ask yourself again, like I was just saying, which ones can I do on my own and which ones do I need help with? Then, would you prefer someone who is an expert in getting remote jobs to guide you? Or would you rather make your mistakes and get lost along the way? So they say, learn from other people's mistakes, right? But some people like to make their mistakes by themselves. It's all good. But the smart ones would prefer that someone who is an expert in getting remote jobs guides them instead of just making mistakes, getting tired and getting lost along the way, right? I believe um if you're smart, you know the right thing to do. Now, let me just show you a bit more of our student offer, so you know that this thing is real. It's not a joke. Something here got a job paying in rupees, so we don't only earn in dollars, we earn in different currency. Something got a job paying in rupees, right? How beautiful is that? Then we also have Valentina, who got a $5 per hour job as a business manager. Yes, a business manager and virtual executive assistant for a company abroad. This one, she got this job on Upwork, so is verifiable. In fact, this one is her third offer on Upwork. If you read the screenshots, is her third offer. So she had gotten two jobs even before getting this one. This one is just the one I screenshot. There are lots of them. Our students reach out to us and they tell us, okay, I got this, or I got that. We keep posting, we keep posting, we keep posting. If you want to see more of our testimonials, you can go on our pages. You see all of that good stuff, right? You can go to my Facebook, my Instagram, or even the school's Facebook or our website to see these testimonials. So now let me introduce you to the Digital Skills Training Program. It is a 5-week intensive training for those interested in earning in dollars from the comfort of their home, working for foreign clients. It is not a place where they dash you money. No. It is not a place where you put 5 naira and get 2 million. No. It is a place where we teach you the skills that clients are looking for. So if you're willing to work with your time and your energy, you're willing to work and get money in return, then this is for you. So you will be providing services to these people, and in exchange, you get paid in dollars. So it is not a get rich quick scheme. It is not a Ponzi scheme. It is actually serious business. It is serious. If you don't do well, if they give you job, you don't deliver, they will collect their job and give another person. So it's actually serious business. Now, it's a 5-week training, and this is our course outline on my screen. We teach introduction to freelancing. We teach Google Workspace. We teach you remote work tools. We teach you CRM. CRM is customer relationship management. It's like tools you use to manage clients and customers. We teach general virtual assistants. We teach sales. Sales is like one of the easiest jobs to get online because a lot of clients are looking for people to help them sell. And it's not the sales that you'll be walking around the streets and your shoe with chop. No, it shows that you are at home on your computer, you are talking to people, talking to Igbo people and selling to them, right? Some people are paid even commissions for whatever sales. So they'll pay them salary, they'll still pay them commission on whatever sales they're able to, make. Then we also teach social media management, we teach basic graphic design, we teach business development, we teach content creation. The word everybody now, you need to know content creation. We teach email management, we teach customer service, calendar management, lead generation, travel management, cold calling, project management tools. All those tools I was mentioning before, all those tools I listed, we teach them. We teach telemarketing, we teach appointment setting, we teach Airbnb, we teach you LinkedIn optimization. So LinkedIn is one place you can get jobs. I said it earlier that a lot of our students this week like this, they got jobs on LinkedIn. So we teach you how to maximize your LinkedIn to be able to get jobs. Then we teach Upwork. Yes, we teach Upwork. Upwork is a very popular platform. A lot of our students get jobs on Upwork. So we also teach how to use Upwork. We teach how to manage your payments. So we also teach you how to open dollar account to receive your money. You cannot work and not get your money now. So we teach you how to get, those accounts. We teach resume and CV writing. We teach you how to find remote jobs. We teach you how to write proposals and cover letters in a way that clients don't have a choice but to reach out and want to hire you. Then we teach you how to maximize AI for job search. The world is going forward. The world is evolving. AI now has become the order of the day. So, we teach you how to maximize AI for job search. Okay? So this is the course outline. In each of these things, they have children, like Google Workspace. Now in Google Workspace, we teach Google Sheets, Google Docs, Google Calendar, Google Forms, so a whole lot. Each of them have their branches. And we do this in 5 to 6 weeks. Okay? 5 to 6 weeks. Okay, so let's move forward. We also have a bonus we give our students. So even in the training, yes, it's a 5-week program. We also give what we call a digital skill starter pack. So it's like a folder where a lot of things you'll be needing to work will be inside of it, right? A lot of things you would need in your journey to make it easier for you. So when a client asks you, do this for me, you just go there and take it, and it's all easy for you. Then we have the support group. This is the community I was talking about. So registering for this program gives you free access, life for life access to the support group. You can ask your questions, you can ask, we do a lot. We do a whole lot in those support group. It is active 24/7. We don't lock the group. So you can ask questions, you can, share ideas. We have people who are giving out jobs that they cannot do. It's a beautiful place to be, very active. And then, of course, on completion of the program, you get a certificate for free. You don't pay extra for the certificate. The only criteria for getting a certificate is that you complete the program. You actually complete the program and prepare your portfolio so that by the time you are graduating, you have a portfolio to show clients and say, this is what I have done. Yes, we'll teach you how to do it. This is what I've done. We make sure that you actually have work samples that you can show clients. And then, of course, we have other activities in the 5-week. We have assignments. You will get accountability partners, people who you can always reach out to, people who you can ask questions, people who maybe you don't want people to laugh you. So you just go to your friends and ask them, guy, how do I do this, right? So you get all of that. It's part of the package. So we also teach you how to create portfolio, and then we have interview preparation. So it's not just about applying for jobs. You also need to be prepared for interview. Some of you now, once you enter interview and you see that it's an Oyibo person, you get scared, you start shaking, right? So we prepare you for all of these things so you know what to expect We have a live simulation of a mock interview. So you know this is how it works. This is how interviews work, right? So all of this is part of the bonus you get from this digital skills training program. All right. Now, these are more testimonials from our students. You can see Aminat here. She was like, Coach, at last I hit the nail. So she got a full-time job with a professor in Texas, in the US. Yes, a full-time. Do you know what it means to have a full-time job with a client in the US? She got that after our training. Okay. So we have more of this, more, a lot more of our students who got jobs after the training. Okay. Like I said, you can check our pages to see more of this. Then we have more of our students who, are recommending our classes. Sandra says, Coach Victoria, classes have been tremendously informative. She says she was trying to get information about this field, but it was not easy. But when she attended that training, she learned a whole lot, and she's recommending it 100%. Then Ifoma says, honestly, this is the best time to earn in dollars from Nigeria. Coach Victoria is an amazing teacher who knows how to guide her students to success. So we have real life proof. I am not hiding my face to say it. We have real life proof of people who have gone through our training and who are doing very well. We have students who got, remote jobs in Nigeria, like Nigerian companies who want people who are working remotely, right? They pay them in naira. We also have people who their own is dollar. Even those ones who have gotten naira jobs, they are still working towards getting, better and higher jobs. So we have, proof of our results. Now, we're rounding up this training now. So it's a digital skills training. So we're teaching you simple digital skills to help you work with foreign clients and earn in dollars. I've already listed the course outline for you. So the class is only 20,000 naira, only 20,000 naira. So if it's something you are interested in, if it's something you feel, okay, this is time for me to take a step, to make a step towards my next phase of life, it's a good place, to start off. Okay. Now, to register, you can just take a screenshot of this. You can make payment to Career Crafters. The account name is Career Crafters Limited. It's our school account. The bank is Titan Trust Bank. So you can see the account details. When you make your payment, you can send the receipt to the number on your screen on WhatsApp. And remember, we only have classes. We have just 5 classes left for this year, which is okay. So the next class is in April, rather. April next month. The first week of April we start the next class. So if I believe that it's a good place to begin your journey to earning in dollars. Okay. Now let me just read through the frequently asked questions before I give the room for you guys to ask your questions so that we don't repeat the same questions. How long is the class and when does this start? The class lasts for 5 weeks or 6 weeks, depending on how the class might become very interesting, and we give people bonus, like the people in the February class now. We have to increase theirs to 6 weeks, so it's between 5 to 6 weeks, and we do classes 2 to 3 times every week. Our classes are in the evening, I think 7 p.m. West African time. 2 to 3 classes every week, depending on how our teachers are and how we want it to go. How much is the class? The digital skills training class is 20,000 Nigerian naira. If you're outside Nigeria, I think I will post a link for you to use, if you cannot transfer, for you to use to register for the training. A lot of people ask, can I join this class without a laptop? Yes, you can learn and start practicing with your phone. In fact, there are jobs you can do with your phone while you save up to get a laptop to enable you to get bigger jobs. Yes, so if you have a good smartphone, you can start. Okay. Then someone will ask, do you give jobs? The simple answer is that we are not a hiring agency. We are a school. Career Crafters Academy, we are a school. Just the same way you went to your university or you went to your secondary school or primary school and they teach you, preparing you for your future, that is the same way we also teach and prepare you. So we do not give jobs. However, What we do is that we train you on skills to help you get jobs. We show you where and how to get these high paying jobs. And sometimes we share job links in our community for you to apply. Okay. So where does the class hold? The classes are online. Just like I am speaking to you right now. You are seeing my face. This one now I have to mute everybody because I don't want noise and all of that. But in our live classes you're able to ask questions. We joke, we play, we if you have gone through this our class today now, you know that I am a very cruise person. So it's a virtual class. It will be almost like we are in the classroom together. You can attend the class with your phone or your computer. Then someone will say, I work, I have a job. Can I cope with the class? Yes. So even though we have live classes, all the live classes are also recorded and sent to everybody. So you can watch it anytime. All the classes are also recorded. So even if you miss a class, you still can watch it and still meet up. You can still go through, we have a group, right? So you can still go through the discussions. You can read up at your convenient time. You can submit your assignments at your convenient time. Then what if I'm not available to attend a live class? If you miss a class, you can catch up and you can go back to the recording for your reference. You have access to the recording and the resources for 1 year. 1 full year you can watch your videos over and over. I mean, in 365 days you can watch your videos a million times, however you like, until it becomes part and parcel of you. Now someone will say, I'm not tech savvy, or I don't know how to use a computer, can I join? Well, our training is beginner friendly. You don't need to have any tech knowledge or computer skill. As long as you can use a smartphone, you can use your phone. You can go on Facebook, you can go on Instagram. You can type, right? You chat with people, you can do all of that. Then our class, you can, take it. All you need is dedication and seriousness to learn, openness of mind to learn, and you actually learn. We teach you everything you need to know from scratch. Now the class is 20,000 naira. We accept payment in 2 installments, so you can pay 10,000, 10,000. You still have some time, right? Some people will say, okay, let me um pay twice, whatever it is. You can pay twice, but payment must be completed before you are given access to the class. Now remember, the class is starting first week of April, but the 20,000 naira is the early bird fee. So after a while we might take it up to maybe 25,000 or whatever we like. Okay, so now I'm going to take questions. Please drop your questions in the chat. All the people who were saying, I have a ton of questions. This is the time for you to drop your questions so that I can take them. Whatever questions you like, please drop them so I can answer them. All right? I'll be taking questions now. What's the duration of the class? The class is for 5 weeks. 5 weeks. 5 weeks. We have classes 2 to 3 times every week. So sometimes we do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at 7 p.m. in the evening. So you have time to join. Can someone above 40 learn a virtual assistant job? I don't know. Is it Mr. or Mrs. Onyedika Eze? We have people of 60 years in our community. Yes. Yes. So age is not a barrier. What these people just want is, can you deliver? If you can prove to them that you can deliver, you're good to go. But you said earlier that the class is free. Did I collect money from you people today? All the plenty things that I told you, I talked about today. Did you pay a dime for it? So yes, today's class is free. I am not forcing you to register for the digital skills 5 week training. It's optional, right? How many hours for each class? Each class is around 2 hours for each class. 2 hours. Okay. How did you get a mentor? That's a big question. Like I said, sometimes you might not get access to a direct mentor, right? But if you have a community, my Our trainings, even after trainings, I don't throw our students away. They still have access to reach out to me. They still have access to ask me questions. They still have access to, I mean, some of them have interviews. They reach out to me, coach, oh, I have an interview. Oh, what should I do? I answer, right? So as long as you have someone who can always put you through, who can always help you, you have friends who are in the same journey with you. Sometimes I even tell people, if you are registering, make sure if you have a friend that's also interested, two of you join so that you can do assignments together. You can do things, you can job hunt together, right? You can help each other. Is a good thing. Someone says, which is the best mobile network to use? I would say it depends on your location. Some people, it is Glow that works best for them. Some people, it's MTN. Me now, I've graduated. I'm no longer using MTN and Glow. I am using Starlinks. My company bought it for me, so it depends on your area, right? Your location. Based on choosing a service, can we choose what part of service to offer based on industry? Yes. If you can say, okay, I want to be a real estate virtual assistant, I want to only service people in the real estate industry. You can say, I want to be an e-commerce virtual assistant. I want to focus on people in the e-commerce industry. Or you can say, I already have a skill. I'm an accountant. I'm a lawyer. I already have a professional skill and I want to focus on that. So you can, I have Sarah, she's an accountant. She offers bookkeeping services to people. She has a client that put her on retainer. So every month she goes through their books. They just sometimes just buy for a month. So this month she might just help you with your books. If you want her again, you pay, whatever it's a big word out there. Just think of any service you can do online and that's you're good to go. Can we pay in installments? Yes, you can pay two times. You can pay two times. You can pay two times. How do virtual assistants know the hours work and do you need to get a different bank to get paid? So there's something they call time tracker. So clients can track the time. So when you want to resume work, you turn that thing on. It's like an app. You turn it on and it start reading. It could be the one, if they set it to be taking screenshots of your computer, it will be taking screenshot. It will be keeping track of what you're doing. So you cannot tell the client I'm working and you're not actually working. Not all clients do that anyway. Some clients do that. So if they say you track time and then they will keep track of what you are doing. Okay, when do we pay since training is April? That's why we're having this class. Today is the 2nd of March, right? So if you want to pay two times, you can pay tonight and then pay the second part whenever before the class starts in April. So you have ample time um to pay in April. I mean before the class starts in April. Um I'm looking to see if there are any more questions before we end this class. Somebody says, can we make payment to join the March class? See, I don't do this every month. I also have my jobs, right? So I decided to just do these classes 6 times in a year. So it's not every month. We don't have a March class. Please ignore the stuff on my screen showing March. Is an error. The next class is in April. The next class is in April. So we don't have a March class. I am not holding classes in March. I also have my right. Okay, so let me see if I have more questions. Do you need to get a different bank account to get paid? Remember they will be paying you in another currency, right? So maybe dollar or euro, depending on the country you're working for. You may need to get a DOM account, that's a dollar account in your bank, or we have platforms where you can get dollar accounts online. And then you can send those money to your Nigerian account and they will exchange it in black market rate and you get it in your Nigerian account. So it's not a hard thing to do. It's not a hard thing to do. I have done that training before, even I paid for it, but I don't get any job. Even the one I got is a scammer job. After working for 2 weeks, he doesn't later pay. So this discouraged me. You work for 2 weeks and you did not get paid. You see why I always say information is power. There are things we teach our students that if you see a scam job, you will know. They have signs and symptoms. It is probably you did not check well or you were so eager to and you did not check well. So they are there are ways to know scammers. Yes, there are people who would actually give. It's not only Nigerians that are scammers. So we even have some people abroad who we you work and you will not pay. So we actually teach you how to avoid these things. Okay. So information is power. Information is power. Okay, I think I've taken all the questions. How can we be in the loop so we don't miss out for those who intend to pay for the subsequent classes? So you can remain on the group or you can follow me on Facebook. My name on Facebook is Victoria Ezechukwubia, so you can know when our next classes would be, right? So if you will not be available for April, I think the next class will be in June. So if you miss April, you can register for June. Or if you will be busy in April because it's like proper school. So if you will not be available in April, you can register for June. Whatever works best for you. Okay? Do you teach with laptop or phone for the practice? So when we are teaching, we use a laptop to teach. But I also show you how to do these things on phone. So you can also do it on phone. Even our graphic design class, we use both laptop and phone to teach. So that we don't leave anybody behind. We try our very best. When I started my own career, I did not have a laptop. I started with my phone. So I understand that not everybody has a laptop. So we try to carry everybody along. Kelvin says, I hope the price won't change before the start of the training. Well, I already told you guys that this amount or this 20,000 naira now is the early bird fee. When is the deadline for this promo? Well, I don't know. I've not put deadline yet. Okay, guys, it's been a pleasure. I think I enjoyed this class. I don't know if you did, and I hope you learned. For questions and inquiries, you can reach out to us on any of these platforms. We'll be happy to take your questions. You can send me a DM if you are on the WhatsApp group or the WhatsApp community. You can send me a DM if you have questions. Just look for any of the admins and send them a message and we'll reply if you have any questions. I hope you learned a lot and I hope that from the steps I outlined for you, the step by step how to get started to get a remote job, I hope you can start something, start doing your research, start preparing your battle of tools and all of that. And I want to start. I had someone who attended one of our free trainings one time and she actually got a job. Like she took everything we said seriously and she took biro and pen and wrote and she came back to me and told me that she got something. So I believe that you have also gotten something. And I look forward to seeing you all in class. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to all those who stayed up to this time. Thank you to even the artists who drew on my screen. Well done. Thank you and good night. Have a blessed night.